Okay, in this demonstration, I'm going to run through some user interactions with the Tenjin virtual assistant. In this case, they're installed within MS Teams, and we're looking at some managed service provider scenarios that we've put into the system as well. You can see on here straight away we've got the ability to access tickets, and we'll have a quick look at those later. View incidents and maybe chat to an agent. But let's start off with something else. So I wanted to demonstrate first of all the ability that we've got to be able to put information in through our Q&A pairs. So this is where we maybe have an FAQ or we have a process that we can put it into basically some question and answer pairs. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the fact that we have a printer problem, and what Tenjin would do is to go through and look and see if there's anything in the Q&A pairs that's previously been set up to help a user to do that. So it's come back and said, what is the problem with the printer? So we know common problems within our business are that things won't print, you get a paper jam, maybe slow printer speed, clogged print head. You can also here show me related documents, so if it does pick any of the knowledge base articles we can show them, but they're obviously at a lower down the pecking order here. So if I click on won't print, you'll see here that it comes back with some information to maybe help the user. And then at the bottom here it says if the problem persists, please create an incident from below. So we've now got the ability to create this incident. We could have added chat to agent in there as well. It's entirely up to you how you want to configure it. If I decide actually it is a paper jam after all, then we can click on paper jam and we can go and have a look at that. And again, I get the same options to go off and look at the actual answer and maybe create an incident or click I'm done. So I'm going to click I'm done there, and as I said, that is really demonstrating the sort of information that you can put in through the dedicated Q&A. So the question and answer pairs, those can all be linked up, and you can have follow-on questions, and they can link off to different forms as well. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is where we know that we haven't got anything set up today in Q&A, but we have got some knowledge base articles that might help us. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to type in what is, maybe if I type in, what is spam? Just something like that. So just something that we can trigger in a knowledge base article. You'll see here now the AI is going to go through, look through the Q&As. It's probably not going to find anything in there. So what it's done is actually to come up with an article. So this is some information from the actual knowledge base article. So maybe that is useful. What I can do is if I click on the what is spam, it actually would take me to that article. So if I click on that, it'll open that up in another window, and I'll just briefly bring you down and show you that. Just minimize that, so we can see that it's actually opened it up in another article here. I'll just put this back over on the left hand side. There we go. So there's the article that it's opened up. We could also go on and have a next result as well. So obviously it's not quite as good a result as Q&A, but hopefully that would be some help to that particular user. And again, if I click on that, it's going to go through and show me that article as well. So that is for knowledge base articles that might exist in your system. But what we can also do is that we can look at other knowledge base articles that maybe exist within your company, but that don't actually exist within the knowledge base itself. So for an example here, what I can do is I can put something like what's my maternity leave, and if I put that, what it's going to do is it's going to search through Q&A, probably not going to find anything in there. Search through knowledge base articles, and this time it's actually found information from our company handbook. So here we know this is where it's going to tell me all about it. Again, if I click on that, it's going to open that up. It'll actually download the document this time, because this is actually an external document. Again, I can just sort of open it up and it's going to download it and open that document up so that we can review it. There we go. So there's the company handbook, and I've got more results in there that may not be so useful. But okay, there's another one that again points to the company handbook. So that hopefully shows you how you can search from the knowledge base. So that's both knowledge base articles and maybe where you're getting more common questions and you want to build up some better answers. Those can actually be put into Q&A. As well as that, we have also the ability in here to go off and raise record producers from ServiceNow. I've only got a couple set up. But I can go off and report an outage or a performance problem or just a straightforward incident. In here, when I click on report outage, it's actually going to pull back the form from ServiceNow. We just need to sort of pick a few things on here, like which system is it, what the date is, what the time was, and we can then put in some other information, and we can just submit that, and that will now go off and raise a ticket within ServiceNow. We get the ticket reference number, and so we can see that that's actually been raised. What I can also do here is actually view incidents. So I can look at all of the ones that I've raised. So you can see there's the one that we've just raised. We can view details on that. We can see in here, we can view any comments. We can actually add a comment in here, something like that, and that's now going to be added as a comment onto that particular job. So if we go back into there, we can see that instant will now have that comment on there that I've just raised. You can also see comments raised from ServiceNow in there, and you can also be updated to viewing those as well. Finally then, I'll just touch on Chat to Agent. It is on this demo system quite high up, so users could get to it. It might be something that as the sophistication of the system grows, that might be sort of moved down so that people get pushed into to more Q&A and more knowledge base articles first. But again, all this does is to initiate a session, and what this does, it gives the user a link so they can click here and go and initiate a chat with a live agent. Obviously, what I've shown you is just a demo configuration, how you configure the different boxes, etc. The different options is down to how you want it to run in your business. But hopefully that gives you a quick overview of the sort of interactions users can have with the system. Thanks.